Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we document our life aboard a 32-foot sailboat, currently on its maiden voyage from Halifax, Nova Scotia to the Caribbean. In this episode, we sail from Port Jefferson, New York to Northport, from Northport to Port Washington, before we head into the Big Apple, the following episode that hasn't been released yet. So if you're into sailing videos of life on the water, consider hitting that subscribe button. And thank you for your support. Whew. We are just leaving Port Jefferson. We've been there a couple days, few nights, couple nights, few days. No, 3 nights. Too long. Our second anchorage is further away from any dinghy docks, so we weren't able to go to shore and provision, which we desperately need to do now. We're low on everything, fuel, water, food. The wind is against us all day. It's a west wind, gusting 20 knots this morning. But we'll be motoring all day, and we started the engine, we noticed there was only a quarter tank. So I had to siphon out some from our day tank for cabin heater into the jerry can and pour it in. Last night it looked like our anchor was dragging on avionics. I track, and the anchor alarm was going off multiple times, but then it said we were 600 feet out from where we were originally, but that made no sense. I don't know if it was the GPS. Our land sites look the same. This was around dusk, so it was getting dark, but that was kind of nerve-wracking, and so I didn't really sleep well last night, which would have been the night to sleep well, because the wind started to finally die down, gusting to 25 instead of 37. Pretty exhausted, looking forward to just some calm anchorage, and then we can go explore New York at some point, and then get the hell out of there, go through Hell's Gate and move on, because we want to get south. We want to get out of this nasty wind weather, and we want to get into warmer weather with bigger windows and calm sailing. This is day 8 that I haven't been off the boat. This is Seth's 11th day not showering. I had some kind of sponge bath earlier in the week, but I'm due for another shower again. Because we were fighting against the wind and the waves, we weren't going to make it into Port Washington, so we opted for Northport instead, since it's a shorter distance. When you're entering the channel for Northport, keep an eye out for those lobster traps. I just called Seymour's Marina there because they have a field dock with water, but they're closed for the season and they've removed their docks. Sucks. So now we have to go further up the channel, and there's a Britannia Yacht Club there, which apparently has fuel and water, but it's very narrow and I wouldn't feel comfortable bringing the boat in. Like, I know you can, but based on the reviews, it's a tight squeeze and I just don't want to deal with that. So we'll just do our dinghy rides. We'll do 3 dinghy rides for water and a couple for fuel. We decided to drop our anchor just outside this old fort looking thing. You can dock your dinghy for free at the Northport dinghy dock, which is where we disposed of our trash. There's also another dock further south, which may or may not be a private dock, but we used it because it was closer to the grocery store. Because our trip has been pretty difficult so far, Seth and I had a conversation about whether or not we would do a trip like this again.
Will we do this again? Will we do it again?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because I don't want to.
Why? Because we haven't done the nicest part yet. We could do a quicker trip right to Bermuda and just go there.
No, we can't, Bubs. We're not good at sailing.
It looks like there's surf there. Yeah, we could get a bigger boat and go to Bermuda. I don't like this at all. And we can go right to Bermuda and go surfing there.
Maybe. I don't think there's great surf in Bermuda, though.
Well, then we can go to Bermuda to the wherever there's good surf. Sucks that once you get past the Panama Canal, like, you're then now stuck on the other side unless you go back through. Right?
And then you have to pay big moolah.
Yeah, $3,000.
The towboat US in action, hauling along a little sailboat, and they're clipping right along. They're not wasting any time out there. It's a rainy, shitty day, and you know, those guys came to the call of duty, so good on them, and highly recommend getting the insurance because it's ridiculously expensive. if you don't have the towing insurance. So have a good day and bye-bye.
I was feeling really confused because this is a lifestyle that I really wanted and I thought that I would really love, but I was also feeling defeated by it. Maybe it was too early in the trip to try and figure out if this was something I wanted to do long term, but I was hoping to find answers.
I have like no data left, but I used the little data I had to go on Instagram and find out that Rhonda from Sailing Tritea has left the boat. I've been following James, the sailor man, for a while, since he was back in Los Angeles. And, yeah, she's left. And she talks about why. Her cup isn't full, like she's missing out on her bikes and her hikes. And so she said her sewing machine, and that just excites me because I really want to get into sewing, but like you can't really do that here. I was going for runs before I left, and we were surfing more. We haven't surfed yet. We've been living on the boat for 4 years at the dock in the city, so you get to get off all the time. We go to Seth's parents every weekend. We'd have a shower. There was a shower there, not that it was nice, but you could shower. You could kind of just do whatever you wanted.
It's a nice shower, Bubs.
I'm talking about the yacht club shower.
Oh, yeah, that shower sucks.
Yeah. We had friends. She also mentioned like not being able to sleep. Like she could count on her hands how many good nights sleep she got. And so far, like I would say that's similar for us. When the weather is fine, our moods are so much better. But when it's windy, it's just like, let's go home. Like, why are we doing this? Hasn't even been that far. We're only in New York. We haven't really made it down the coast and nothing offshore. So I don't know. Very relatable. Like I'm going through.
Gulf of Maine was offshore.
Yeah, but it was not even that long of sailing, really. We both had like absolutely no sleep on that crossing, and yeah, like she said, burnt out mentally and physically. And I feel that, and it's actually pretty impressive that people can go like so long sailing.
Yeah, living on a boat when you're tied to a dock is sweet because, yeah.
It's funny because when we were there, you were like,
let me finish my
But
thought.
when we were there, you were like, I don't like living on a boat when we don't move. And now here we're moving.
And it sucks even more.
Like you're saying the opposite.
It doesn't always suck, but, you know, we don't have a lot of sleep all the time. And, you know, the nights that are calm and we do get a good sleep, it's absolutely amazing to be on a boat. But that's like maybe 5% of the time. And then 95% of the time, it's just like
at least we're
worrying about the anchor dragging, worrying about the bimini flying off with the solar panels and all that stuff. Well, I do.
And I worry about the anchor dragging.
And you know, all these things that you worry about on the boat when the wind is up. So,
and garbage and showers, and showers is huge. Like unless you pay for a mooring, you can't really get a shower. We found.
Yeah.
And moorings, like there's some ridiculous price moorings. Like we could get a hotel for that price. I like being on the water, and I like the privacy out here, and I like the adventure. And there are really good days, but a lot of the days, like the balance of it, there's not as many great days to outweigh the crappy days so far.
Yeah. Well,
now the wind is picking up.
We're not going to sleep again tonight. And I might go to shore. Maybe get some vape juice. You want to come for the walk?
No.
You get a crusty in the corner.
You have a pimple thing that's been there for your whole long time. I'm almost like envious of people who find this easy or who can carry on. Because yeah, I miss some land stuff. I miss going for runs. I want to sew. I want to take up hobbies that I can't necessarily do because I'm confined to the boat. Yeah, it's difficult. Like, who finds this easy? And maybe this is what Rhonda was experiencing. I know Rhonda had other reasons why she left, but like everything is new to us. Every little challenge keeps building. Even coming here when the chop, we were head on chop and we're like plang, plang. I'm confused because I want to live in a boat, but sailing, like currently not making any money. That kind of stresses me out. Yeah. Even though we've saved for this.
Just even through our savings, could have had down payment on a house, living the high life.
And working to pay off the house.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what the answer is, Denise. I don't know what the solution. Yeah, just like in the past since we left, I've been really thinking of like now what's the next 5 years of my life gonna look like. And I'm not like ready to give up on the boat or anything. Like I almost want to just get a more comfortable boat. But then what? I don't really think I want to like sail and do these things because these trips require you to take a year off work unless you have a remote job. But then you're stressing about the weather and about doing your job. So I don't know what the answer is here. But like Scratch and Karen, Scratch sailed to the Caribbean in his Orion that was like 30, same length as us. And then they just bought a big 42-foot boat, and I think they're just gonna be on the dock.
Living
Like
on it, yeah.
that they do like trips in Nova Scotia, but
Yeah. A steel Louise.
so I'm not sure. Is it the boat? Like even James, the sailorman, he lives on a 30-foot Allberg 30s. Like that's less spacing in here. That would be tough. Does your life improve significantly with a more comfortable boat? That's what I want to know. Would I still feel the same way if I was doing this on a 40-foot boat that had a shower, a water maker, and all these comforts? And food is like a journey. It's kind of fun, but it also can be like hard, especially if you don't know how to provision well, which
Especially.
is us.
Not especially.
Huh?
Especially, not especially.
I didn't say especially.
Yeah, you did.
Put a shirt on, you twank. You tweenie. I was gonna call you something else. No, you're losing it. You look thinner than a piece of paper on its side. Like, yeah, sure, you want an adventure? Really high highs? Not yet. That's what I'm told. And some pretty low lows. Yes, can agree.
We are taking the dinghy into land so that we could go pick up some groceries.
Cold.
You're making the worst smiling face. We walked along the main road, which didn't have any sidewalks, made it a bit sketchy, especially on the return home at night. We just got groceries, $335. And almost just got hit by a car twice. We don't know if in the States, when there's a crosswalk walking sign, if you're supposed to let the cars go first or not, but they went both ways.
They weren't going to stop for anything.
We're gonna finish these today.
Yeah, probably right now.
What? No. Are you kidding? This is so good.
Not bad brownie.
Car. It's either that or the ditch. You're okay. Seth's doing a happy dance because he's eating some sausages from a
Grease.
grocery order.
Haven't had it in so long. It's been rice and beans and healthy food. Blech. And scene.
Seth is hauling up anchor now, and I will get behind the helm and we will start making our way out of Northport.
We say farewell to Northport.
The mansion on the hill is the Vanderbilt Mansion and Museum. It feels like gonna be a more relaxed day today. Might not be. It does feel pretty windy actually right now, but it's not gonna be long. So even if it's not relaxing, we'll be all right. We're doing less than 4 knots, only motoring because we're going directly into the wind. We are barely moving, man. This sucks. And you come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Oh, let me come home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Maybe it was just a wake or something. I don't know. Maybe we were going through a wake. Yeah. We were like, zoing, zoing, boing, boing. And I was kind of like, oh no, I'm scared now. But it's fine.
direction we can sail.
Oh, yeah. And now the waves have finally settled down. They are not as honky. Earlier, it was just like bang, 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 and then we were making no speed because of it. I mean, we're still beating into them, but it's much better now, much more comfortable. Just sitting here, like where I am, and looking out and in the sun, and I have my music playing. I'm like, I don't want to give this up. I know we had some low points earlier, but this is like, wow, I'll never get this back again. Like, this is special. These moments are just very small, though. Like, in the whole picture so far of what we've gone through. But these moments are special, and they make me feel good. When it kind of calms down after you've just been honking for a bit, or like beating into it, and just settles down. Yeah. I like it. Our snack. We already ate a whole Ritz thing. Steph's not having any of...
Yes, I am.
Steph's not having any of these because he said he
having
didn't
some.
want any.
No.
Oops.
Woke up on the floor, 7 years of winter. Always wanting more, but we still have each other. It's a classic wasteland with a sound you can't deny. I've seen many places, but this is our home in time. We unite, everything's gone to pieces. All this time, love will be the winner. Right in time for you and me.
It took us 5.5 hours to motor from Northport, New York to Port Washington. The Port Washington town moorings let you stay for one free night on your first night, and those moorings are marked in yellow. However, after November 1st, they don't honor that and you pay full price. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and stay tuned for the next video as we take the train in Port Washington into the city.